What's up, YouTube? JP Street and Performance here. So we've had this YouTube channel for, I don't know, 10 years, 8 years, something like that. A little bit about the channel. We're going to be doing a bunch of man shit, cars, motorcycles, guns, you name it, we'll be doing it. So this one here is a buddy of mine. It's a 68 Chevelle. Currently, we do have an lsswap. Unfortunately, I did not get to build this car fully. I believe the guy that started the car passed away. So buddy asked me if I would be willing to finish it for him. So we have a full Pro Tour setup going in this. Suspension, coilovers, everything. We're finishing up with the wiring. Today we're going to actually be installing this waterproof fuse and relay box. It's from True Mods, $31 on Amazon. It's gonna replace the painless harnesses. You gotta excuse the mess. It's not done here, but it's gonna replace their fuse block that comes along with the painless harness. However, obviously this is not waterproof, so sit back, enjoy. We shall be doing a lot more YouTube stuff. This will be an entire series. Again, thanks for joining, and we look forward to you subscribing. Thanks. So to start out our product review on this True Mods, we'll go ahead and open it up. So for $26 you can get just the box. For $31 get the box with all the wire connectors, mounting brackets, all your waterproof sleeves here, and fuses. And within the box itself comes with all the relays, all the relays, they're in there loosely. Again, waterproof harness. I'll show you the bottom here. All waterproof. And then we also do get this really nice silicone bed right here, bed plate. So that'll seal it off. Kind of look inside here, we got silicone here. So really, for the price, it's really nice design. We did actually end up purchasing 2 of these. As for the lsswap, it holds quite a bit more fuses. This only holds 6. So we ordered 2 of these, so we'll have a total of 12. So, but yeah, we'll go ahead and start cutting some wires and start wiring this thing in and see how we like it. So as you can see, looks, let me see if I can get this zoomed in for you. Looks like a pretty good nest of dirt and grime already getting in these wires, and this thing's never ran. So like I said, this isn't our wiring job. The guy that was doing it before, I believe he passed away, so we're gonna get this the loom all wrapped properly. We're gonna get this mounted. I think the easiest thing here, after looking at it, some of these are damaged anyway, we're gonna go ahead and just snip and label each one of these wires here. That way we can build a new harness coming out of the waterproof fuse block. That way everything's nice. We'll get them soldered and crimped properly. So Alright, so if I can get you a better view of what's going on in here. So it's, see how it's all corroded there, covered in hair, dust, dirt, whatever you can think of is in there. Alright guys, so pretty easy setup. So these are our 2 relays here, and we're just going to take each wire one at a time. We're going to extend them. So I got the first one done here. So we're going to extend them so that way we have enough room to move the fuse box where we want it and work with the wire. So we're just going to go 1 pin at a time. Here's the 2 relays. Here's the 2 relays. 5 pin, 5 pin. So all you're going to do is you're going to set it up in the same way it is here, and then we'll move on to the fuses. So all I'm doing here, you got to make sure you get these started first, but I'm just moving the numbers over here, and then I'm just trimming out so I can keep track of where I'm at, trimming out the wires I've already transferred. So I've done the 2 middles. So just kind of a quick, easy tip. Alright, just a quick update. You can see making progress here. I had to use blue because I was out of black, but got terminal 1 and 2 done. I don't have the pin in yet, but one thing I did want to make note of is on this harness here. If you look, we got power going over to the fuse right here on this terminal, over to the fuse side. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this the feed and this the power side of the fuse block. So this will go over there. All the relays will come to this side. All the power sources to the fuses will come on this side. Alright guys, so really impressed, real easy to use, really good quality for the price on Amazon. So again, it's True Mods. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, True Mods. So see, we got the relays and majority of the fuses. Now I got these other fuses left over, which I think is supposed to go to some wiring that's still left to do for the radiator fans and stuff. And what I'll do is the radiator fans, there's 2 of them, I'll do both relays here, so it's all under one box. But as you can see, it's a little dusty, but looking good. Yeah, we'll keep moving forward. Okay, so before I forget to mention, you want to make sure you're building your bridges. If you look inside your old fuse panel, how well this camera is getting it, but you can see this one wire is connected to all 3 terminals. So 1, 2, 3. So you want to make sure your jumpers are all on that same terminal. So if you look here, that's how I did mine. So we got the same jumpers, 1, 2, 2 to there. This one's going to go to the secondary fuse block, because this thing holds 8 fuses. There's only 6 here, so we're going to set up the second fuse block. So this jumper will go over to that from the same fuse. So just something to be aware of. All right, so here we go. All our bridges are done. You can see you got 2 bridges coming off this port here, over to my ports here. All 14 wires are relabeled and extended. This is what we got so far. Now we're gonna go ahead and use these 2 ports here to do the fan relays. Depending on, I'm gonna look up the wiring diagram, make sure these fuses don't already go to the fans. If they already go to the fans, we'll do them here, but if not, I'd like to have a couple relays in this box as well, just for a cleaner install. Okay, so the kit comes with these mounting brackets to mount it to wherever you're mounting it. What I end up doing is using the 2 to stagger fit these, so that way they sit nice and staggered. You can see that there. But so now with the lids on, each lid will be able to close independent of each other. not interfere with one another. So we're going to run two 30 amp fuses here. As mentioned before, we're going to do the radiator fan 1 and radiator fan 2 for this LS swap here. Alright, you guys, so here's the final product. So again, we have our bridges done, as mentioned before. I'm going to show you here. So we do have the fan control relays, fan fuses. So if you guys are learning how to wire in LS fans with a dual fan system, there is a blue and green wire fan 1, fan 2 relay control. It is a ground side control. So what I did here, just so you guys can see, we have the red wires here coming in are going to go to straight to the battery, to the fuse, come out of the fuse, and both relays are going to be exactly the same. However, one's going to be with fan control relay 1, fan control relay 2. So you'll have your green and blue wires. So terminal number 30, which I don't know if you can see this here, but your relays will be marked. Terminal 30 will be our lower terminal. That's where our voltage from the fuse is going to come. What I like to do is I just run a jumper from that terminal over to terminal 86 here, and that's going to be the power side of the coil for the relay. So terminal 86 will be a jumper from terminal 30. Your computer wire, which is your ground side control of the coil inside the relay, is going to come to terminal 85, which here is my blue wire, and over on this one is my green wire. So computer controls it, tells it to ground. Ground energizes the coil field between positive voltage and computer ground, causing the battery voltage to travel through terminal 30 and out to, this will be your output to the fan itself, whichever fan you're going to. That's going to be terminal 87. So energizes between these two circuits, power flows through, comes back out, and goes to the fan. And it's the exact same way for both relays, so very simple to do. I think it looks good. We're going to start figuring out how to mount this, where we're going to mount it, start wrapping the wire loom on the car, getting the wires reconnected, getting the computer relocated. Let's set this aside for a moment. Alright, so I did pick this up on Amazon as well. Just an easy way to mount the ECU. So, LS Gen 3 ECU. I think I paid, I don't know, 20-30 bucks. Simple brackets. Nothing fancy, but this will mount to the computer itself, and then I can mount this wherever I want on the car. It comes with bolts. Fairly inexpensive. I did pick up also on Amazon MG Speedwire braided wire loom. I think the braided loom looks a lot better. This is 1/2 inch for most of the looms to like the fuel injectors and everything. I got a 3-inch, which is roughly the size of the factory harness with Velcro. You can order these with Velcro option. So it's a 3-inch. This will go over the main computer harness to keep it nice, looking clean and factory. They do sell 2-inch, 1-inch. And then last but not least, pick this guy up, 420 piece set for, I don't know, I want to say, again, 30-40 bucks. But built-in solder on your butt connectors here. So this is how we're going to repair all our wires we cut. We're going to make sure they're soldered, crimped, heat shrink. It's all built in. Very, very good. Very easy to use. GoPro, stop recording. Alright, so what we're going to end up doing, we're going to kind of fillet this harness open a little bit, so that way we can work with the fuse box separately. This is the main harness. We're going to end up wrapping with that Velcro wrap. So those brackets I bought for the ECM will go here and here on each side, and then go down and mount. So what we're going to end up doing, we're going to end up running all this harness in between the wheel well and the fender itself. On the back side, we're going to mount the computer up inside of here. Sorry, we had a little camera technical difficulties apparently. Alright, so yeah, so we got it looks like a painless head headlight harness that's wrapped up in here. We'll reroute that separate. That way the lights are going. If we have any light issues, we can get to that harness separate. But yeah, so this is where we're at. We're going to start cutting this open, getting things figured out, getting things rerouted. We'll probably end up having to unbolt the computer to tuck the wires. Same with the fuse block. And yeah, we'll go from there. Awesome. Well, so I just kind of guesstimated on the loom. 3 inches actually was a little too much, but what's nice about this kind of loom is it just, regardless if there's Velcro or not, it just kind of wraps itself around, kind of like the little old school Chinese finger traps. So that'll still work. This is just to run it behind the fender, so that way the wires are protected. So we're gonna go ahead and get this unmounted here. This is the harness for the headlights and everything. We're gonna probably end up leaving that along the fender line. It might make a couple nice clean mounts for it so it's clean, with those little rubber insulated eyelets. So that's what we're gonna do next. All right, so we got it pretty much ran back here. Luckily for me, I don't have all my inner fenders bolted on, so this will allow me to wire in the fuse block a little easier, because it does come out where I need it to come out, but then I'd be wiring up in this cubby. Don't want to do that, so I'm just gonna go ahead and wire it in now, leave this out, and then we'll tuck it all in once it's done.